Hi, today's video will be a fabric hauls one and a few sewing plans, and if you're interested, please stay tuned. Hi lovely people, welcome to my channel. Josie here, and this is Josie. Glad to have you back. Thank you for whoever's taken off time to watch my Me Made May videos. There have been a total of 4 where I was documenting weekly on what I've been wearing and showing you my handmade wardrobe clothes I've worn for the weeks and the entire month of May, which I was proud to have documented each and every day over on my Instagram. If you're interested, I will attach a link to my Instagram channel there. So if you're here for the first time and you don't know what I talk about, I share sewing related content, things to do with all to do with sewing, fabric hauls, sewing makes, a few tutorials here and there, sewing plans. And today's video, like you've read, is a fabric hauls video. I've been out shopping. Excited. I think when we are in a lockdown, the first thing we think about is get more fabric and sew a bit more. And yeah, that's what it is all about today. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. Like, a lot has changed in our world as we know it, with the new normal that we've had to adopt. Then a lot that is happening around this season. But I hope we can all rise above it, come out of it stronger and better people, and people love each other more. Okay, with no further ado, I'll go ahead and show you all my fabrics and what I intend to do with them. However, I'll be interested in any inputs or advice of patterns I could pair them with. I don't have conclusive plans with each and every fabric I'll be showing you, but I'm happy to suggestions, because those will help me as I get along. The first fabric I'll show you is this. This is cotton rib jersey knit fabric in olive green. Don't know if you can see the texture, and it's a drapey fabric of some sort. It's quite drapey. It's the kind you would find on ribs on t-shirt, but it's not that firm. This is more drapey. I wouldn't use it for ribbing, but it has a ribbing texture. And I got this from Minerva, and it's just your plain olive green color. I'm right now in the process pattern testing another Love Notions fab pattern. I seem to always have a pattern I'm testing for Love Notions, and I don't seem to show you the final piece in detail, but I hope to probably review most of the patterns I've been testing recently for Love Notions. And I'm in the middle of a pattern test where I needed a jersey fabric which is drapey, and this will give me whatever I'm looking for. And I can't wait to show you what it will be all about. And it's an exciting pattern. I'm really excited about this one, and I know many people love it for summer, but I'm going to say more than that. And this is the fabric I hope to use. It's an olive fabric, quite medium weight, I could say, drapey, like you can see. And I think whatever I remain with, I have 2 meters and I don't need a lot of it. I think whatever I remain with, I might make some vests for summer. Right now there's no sun outside. We've been having brilliant weather in the UK and up north here. And surprising, when the lockdown is on, the weather is so nice. Now that the lockdown is being eased, we are going back to your typical British weather, which gives you lots of rain and less sun, but we've enjoyed a good dose of sunshine. And let me show you the next fabric I have. This is a stripey cotton ribbed jersey. This is also a ribbed jersey. It's a cotton fabric. It's 100% cotton. It might have some elastane, so it's most predominantly cotton, and it doesn't look as bright and exciting, but yeah, the little brown stripey. And the plans I have for this, I hope to make the Freya top from Tilly and the Button stretch book. The little Freya top, which has a small, how should I call it? The small, it's not a turtleneck, but you know what I'm talking about if you've seen that particular top. I hope to make it in long sleeves as something I can wear in the warmer months and when it's a bit chilly. And it's one I could match up with a skirt of mine I made. If you've been watching if you've watched my roundup of Me Made May, I was looking at the fact that most times when I sew up separates like trousers and skirts, I never have tops in mind to match up with them, so I end up not giving some of my clothes enough wear that they should have, considering the amount of time I put into sew up that piece. I recently made a holly band skirt in a brown stretch. It was a brown suiting fabric. It's a good skirt, but I don't wear it much because I don't have a top that I could match up with, and I thought this would match up nicely with it. It's a beautiful top, and I'll make it long sleeves so I can wear it all year round. The summer, and also summer in the UK is never that hot, so when you get a few of those days, you pull out a few summer clothes, knowing too well that shortly before that you'll be back to your long sleeve tops. And then I also got this. This is just, I seem to be showing enough dark colors, but don't worry, there are some bright colors in here. And this is just a cotton jersey. I also bought the ribbed stripy fabric from Minerva. I also got this from Minerva, and it's just your basic cotton jersey fabric. And I'm hoping to make my husband a t-shirt. I've so far made him just one t-shirt, the Nico Raglan tee, and it has turned out to be a uniform, so he never takes it off. As long as it's washed, he'll wear it. And I thought I would use this to make him a t-shirt. I might match it up with another color to give it a bit of a balance, but I know he wouldn't want match prints in his t-shirts. He prefers them plain, so I'll match it up probably with a gray or with a dark blue. I'll see what to do with it, but this is your typical jersey fabric. There's nothing I can say about a cotton jersey. And then if you watch my video that I recorded probably 2 months ago about my sewing plans for active wear and how I was trying to push myself to get more active, and if I must give a report about that, I'm in the process of sewing up a few pieces here and there. It's been slower than I would expect, which I guess is happening to most of us. No one is sticking to original plans because a lot is changing. You never plan to do things the way you thought you would be able to do them. And I've been actually stepping out. I started doing my 3 kilometers walk, which I've now raised up a bit to incorporate some running within. And the very first day I stepped out running, I was a bit sore for the next 3 days, but the next time I went out for a mini run, a combination of running and walking, I wasn't actually that sore. I was like, this can be my new normal. I guess we are all adopting new normals, and that's what I'm working on, because it has been a deliberate one. Anyone would say, you're so skinny, why do you need to run? I know I just needed to step out, to discipline myself, to be active, to do something probably I've not done before, and that's what I'm doing. Right now I've been using ready-to-wear non-athletic items because the weather was nice, but right now I'm in the process of sewing up some. I could say I'm halfway there, and I've managed to buy some fabric which I hope to use for the same purpose. The first fabric I'm showing, this is activewear jersey, and this I bought from Minerva. It's a purple activewear jersey. It's quite a bit, it's drapier, but it's also a bit of it's see-through. I don't think it will be fabric you'd want to use for leggings because it will reveal a lot more than you want to show. But I'm hoping to make some vests with this fabric, and I intend to use, it's quite drapey, it's a good piece of fabric. I intend to use this fabric for the Love Notion Summer Basics vest. It's quite fitted in some sort. It's not loose fitting whatsoever, and I thought it would be the perfect one, and this fabric is really gorgeous. So I plan to use it to make a vest and probably use up some to make a bra. I'll see what I can do with it. I might still use it for a vest for leggings, but as panel pieces as opposed to the body piece in that. And I also got fabric similar to this. However, this was called the variegated thread straight jersey dress fabric, yeah. But it feels like it's also the same that will be used for activewear, and I have more of this. And this was on sale. I'll try to attach links to each and every fabric I'm showing you should you be interested, and they still have it in stock so you can get yourself some of it. It's a heavier fabric compared to the purple one, So I intend to use this to sew up some leggings. And the leggings pattern I'll be using the peg legs pattern by Patterns for Pirates, which is a free pattern. It comes, the first version they ever released was your basics pattern with a yoga waistband, but the later I went ahead and released the pattern that has panels to the sides, pockets, and in different lengths, ankle length, knee length, capri length. So I intend to sew up one of those in this, and probably I will use some of these as panel pieces. Let me know what you think. And then I've also received some happy mail today from Fabrics for All. I know if you've been here for a while, you know I'm a blogger for Fabrics for All, so I'm gifted fabric in exchange for blog posts. So I received some gorgeous fabrics today. Fabrics for All is a local shop in Leeds, and I've always enjoyed stepping into the shop, stroking a number of fabrics, picking one that speaks to me. Unfortunately, that's the luxury that I can't afford anymore. So I had to look up on their website and look up a few fabrics they have in stock, and I managed to select a few that I intend to use. However, I'm going to attach a link to all the fabrics I'm showing, even those from Fabrics for All, at the bottom. Yeah, these are the fabrics I picked from Fabrics for All. I have an idea of what I intend to use one for, but not for the second one. So I'm happy for any suggestions you may have for me. And the first fabric I'm going to show you is a cotton lawn fabric. It's called a modern floral cotton lawn fabric. It's a gorgeous fabric. I know I loved it online. Online it looked pretty, but it looks much better in person. If this is a person, but yeah, it looks much better. This is a gorgeous cotton lawn fabric. Cotton lawn is like a poplin, however it's much lighter weight. It's a gorgeous fabric. I love it. I've seen it for a while on a number of websites until I saw it. I've not sewn with much cotton lawn, but it shouldn't be any different really. And this is the cotton lawn fabric, and this particular one, I ordered it with a pattern in mind. I recently purchased a choker and notch fringe dress. I know it's a pattern that has been here for a while. It's been sewn up by a number of people on Instagram. I bought their PDF pattern. I'll attach the link if I can access it somewhere. And I intend to make this with that pattern. I bought it, I think they had a sale around the beginning of May, and they had a 20% off sale. That's when I look at the patterns I've been contemplating whether to buy or not. Whenever there's a sale and it's 20%, you still save something. And I intend to use this for that pattern. I will try to attach a picture of the pattern here for you to have an idea of what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's the gorgeous fabric that's I'll intend to use for that particular dress. I don't know when I'll sew it up, but I hope I can prioritize with this since they need to go to the blog post soon enough. And then the next fabric I'm showing is this gorgeous fabric, and this is the tropical print linen mix fabric. And it's a linen mix which is quite drapey. It's not as stiff as your typical linen. I don't remember what the mix is. Let me look at the content. It has a content of 55% linen and 45% viscose, which makes it, I think, one you can use that doesn't wrinkle as much. It's quite drapey. If you can tell from the look, it's a gorgeous fabric. It has the red and the yellow mustard. I think it's yellow. But that's a gorgeous fabric. I've got 2 meters of this, and I'm not so sure of which pattern I might use it for, but I saw it and I thought this would be a nice fabric for the summer, regardless of what the summer turns out to be like. But I plan to sew it up sooner. If you have any suggestions, I know I'm looking at a dress pattern, which is a free dress without many seams at the front, that the print and the print is not distorted with the seams in the middle. Because I had an idea of using a particular pattern, but I'm not so sure. Because until it came, I didn't know how drapey it would be. Because when you hear linen, anyone imagines a stiff fabric that doesn't have much move. But also being a linen blend, you know, it changes a bit from what we know linen to be. So it having a viscose content to it makes it a bit drapey, but I'm open to suggestions you might have for me. But this is a gorgeous fabric. I can't wait to sew up and show you what I will have made out of it. It's a gorgeous fabric, we can all agree. And then the final piece of fabric I'm showing you today is this, and this is a red. I know it might come off as an orange, that when I also bought it online it looked like an orange. I don't know if my camera can focus. Okay, don't believe what the camera is showing you. This is a red. It's a tomato red paisley print viscose jersey. It's quite drapey, not as lightweight, but quite drapey. The camera is not doing justice to this fabric. It looks much better than it's appearing on the camera. But this is, yeah, a viscose jersey fabric I'm planning to use. I've told you that I'm pattern testing for Love Notions. Although I might use this for the final make, which will be going online. The pattern I'm testing comes with various variations and I'm interested in all of them. So that will be using the olive rib jersey fabric to make one of the patterns probably later. But this is what I'm going to use for my final make. It's a viscose jersey I bought on eBay. I'll try to attach a link to this particular fabric too, should you be interested. I intend to use it for the same pattern, and I hope to show you when I'm done with those particular patterns. And that's it with the fabrics I bought recently. It's just the yellow linen fabric that I'm not certain of what I'm going to sew out of it. So I'm open to any suggestions you might have for me, which will be helpful. And probably something I don't do really here much, but I've been an avid buyer of the border magazines. And this is this month's issue, that's June. It just arrived in the post today, and I thought since I'm going to be filming this video, I could as well show it to you. And my lovely friend Hila from Saturday Night Stationeries has brilliant browse through the border style magazines. Shirin Spice, all of them. I get to meet her quite often, but with the lockdown, I've missed buying 2 issues because I've already bought them from my local H.W. Smith shop, which I couldn't access. So I decided to pay up for a subscription, and I've managed to receive my copy today. And there are 2. I'll just show you the 2 patterns I intend to sew up, which caught my eye, and I have plans to probably sew them up. And the first one is this jumpsuit. Hope my camera will focus. This is the lines drawing of the jumpsuit. This is what the jumpsuit looks like on the picture on the lady. It's a wide leg jumpsuit, and it has ties around the waistline which would cinch in the waist. Don't know if that focuses better. I'll try to attach a picture if I can access one, a picture of the jumpsuit here. And this caught my eye, and it's something I might make from this magazine. I won't show you everything because it won't leave, it will go on forever. And also these wide legs culotte pants are something that caught my eye, given that I've just sewn up some culotte pants, the Megan Nielsen cloth fleet pants. But this also caught my eye. I can't promise that I'll be making it soon, but it's something that's exciting to make. I could say that's all I have planned up for now. I'm not sure when I'll be sewing up all this. I don't have a time scale because while I plan to do things my own way, I still have to homeschool, run the house with everybody indoors. So nothing ever goes to plan at the moment. Probably one thing before I go, I need suggestions for the yellow fabric, what you think I could make out of it. And if you've watched through and you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And also while at it, please hit the bell button so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Until next time, stay well and stay safe. Bye.